Good evening from Yummy BTV. Now, maybe going live in an hour or so. A much needed catch up with you all. So, whoever's there, who isn't, I'll give you a little bit of warning now. But the purpose of this video, I've been asked to do and respond to recent events regarding Brianrolfe stroke Richardson and him apologising to BOM about a lie that he admits and pleads guilty to telling about he got 7 years for drug dealing by way of pills in the famous nightclub of Raquels, with the same thing they've all been oohing and ahhing about for years and years and years, with all different theories and conspiracy theories, who's right and who's wrong and who's telling the truth and who isn't, right? And break this down. Remember, Brian Richardson pleading guilty to the misdemeanor of telling a lie. He won't be the first and he won't be the last. The only thing that he left out was why. Why? In that video, why haven't you said why to why you told such a big lie that it would be easy to find out anyway, if you're a bit conniving and everything, your reasoning as to why you decide on telling such a blatant lie in such tender circumstances, and you know, especially with your deceased brother involved as well, Brian. But look, I could look at it this way, and I do the balance of scales, right? A lot of them are out there telling lies and to fit the narrative, what makes themselves seem more right than others. So I would suggest that Brian Richardson could have been at that stage, because remember, he was early to social media. So Brian Richardson might have gone up there trying to play fool to catch wise by making his part closer to Raquel's more than what it was. Maybe wanted to investigate more about his brother and, you know, the guilt that he suffers over that, and amongst other things as well, that is actually his brother that's rest in peace. So we don't know the reasons why Brian Richardson has done that and pleading guilty as well, and now effing and blinding that I'm going to get stuff on you, you wait, BOM, and blah, blah, blah. But that was the easy thing for BOM to find out, that if he got 7 years for supplying in Raquels, he was definitely going to be able to find out. A normal person on the street could find out that, Brian. So that's not the bit that Yummy BTV is talking about. We still offer you a place where you can answer why you did that on Yummy BTV. Regarding the other, I don't know. Everybody's whatever way you want to look at it. You needed to explain that bit there. Does it mean that once a liar, always a liar? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's such a big lie, though, in the grand scheme of circumstances. But if he answers why he did it, it might give us some little inkling into, you know, whether it was right or wrong. It's all right. Everybody said it was a long time ago. It's a lie, but yeah, no one's beyond redemption and blah, blah. No. We agree. We know that Brian Richardson, stroke Rolfe, has mental issues like the majority of us, right? No, but it's true. So for whatever reasons, I leave it up to him to respond. But by going back and forth, you've got to be the only man in history that's ever apologised to BOM for everything else saying, talking about giving him a leg to stand on. Brian, don't make me laugh. But same way as well, BOM will be up there in the comments thinking that I'm taking sides and doing it that way, and he's got one over Brian. Now shut your mouth and lay down and leave the Essex thing alone, Brian, and keep your nose out of it, and just leave it all to us, because you know F all and all that. All right, you lot know it all. But for whatever reasons, Brian got involved in the whole show because he wanted to. Talking about lies again, right? Now, I've been guilty of exaggerating, going up on my platform in the past, out my box, and talking about, oh, her and him, and yeah, I love her. You know, doing favours for people. People pleasing, we call it. But telling lies is a whole big lies about your life and what you took part in and that kind of stuff. I only believe that when you lie, it can only be to save your backside or to save somebody else's. Those are the only white lies, as far as I'm concerned, that you can get away with by talking about your past and all that, which is, you know, when you're up there on social media, passing on life experiences and making amends and that kind of stuff, you need to make sure that you tell the truth the majority of the time. Brian Richardson, not taking sides, Brian Richardson has the majority of time told the truth. There's no one else that's been up there that confessed to the misdeeds and misdemeanors that are from that shit life that we talk about on Yami B TV, that Brian Richardson went up there and coughed up to things that he never needed to do to make himself look bad, but he was just being openly honest. So for this one, Uncle Yami says, nah, when you give it the balance of play with the things that Brian Richardson has coughed up to in being a wrong and being this bit and that bit and all that, in that shit life and all that, for whatever reasons, man, I'm not condemning my man. But the reality is, he's been more honest than not. What we're asking from Yami B TV is, why did you need to say that bit? Hope I'm giving you a little way in there, Brian. But yeah, I'll be back up shortly with the live session. Sending loads of love.